Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, round number 11 of the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League, as we come here to Sava, Pennsylvania, here in the United States of America. At the Lernerville Speedway, place host to round number 11. Brett Miller joined alongside James Rice and Ricey. Well, we're getting set for heat race number 1. No qualifying on the program. It's straight up into randomised heat races as we try and take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Thanks, Brett. Alrighty. Heat number 1 looks like this. Off pole is Sonic the Hedgehog himself. Brady Baldwin out of 1. Out of 2, the 61 of Devon Stove. Out of 3, the 097 of Caden Brown. Out of 4, the 33 of Elliot Osborne. Scheduled at a P5 was 15 of Brad Pascoe. Out of 6, the 8 of Damien Butler. Out of 7, the 51 of Tyler Stradlow. Out of 8, the 18 of Aaron Kelly. And running out our 9-car field, Brett, the 91 of Jared Steen.
Oh, perfect track for Steenie right now. It's tacky as all can be, Ricey.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Devon Stove and Brady Baldwin on the front row here at heat race number 1. All about passing points. When it comes to the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League, it'll be highest passing point out of the top 3 from each heat. They will go into the pole shuffle. We'll have 8 cars, so it's all done off points. And you've got to make it into the top 3. There's no point coming from 9th to 4th. You won't make it because you'll still have to run the B main. Here we go. Green flag is out. Heat race number 1 of the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League. And it's Brady Baldwin down to the low side. Devon Stove looking up top. And look, here comes Caden Brown in that number 97 machine. But it's Baldwin who will lead the first lap. We're going to go 3 and 4 wide down through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, look out, Strollo in the Dryden Performance, number 51 machine. Brown moves into second right now and trying to run down his former teammate in Brady Baldwin.
So Baldwin leading the field here in 3 and 4. Using that mid-groove. Here we go. On the outside, looking in his P number 1 spot there is Caden Brown. He's using that top side at the moment. He's trying to get some momentum up the top there. But at the moment, he's catching him, Brett. He's using that top side. It's not quite there yet, but if you get some sort of momentum up the top, he is very much closing in here right now.
And Baldwin staying true to the middle line of the racetrack all the way around this half a mile. This time by it'll be 4 down and 4 to run here in heat race number 1. Baldwin goes upstairs. Brown now cuts it down the edge of the race, down to the middle of the low side. Brown down into turn number 1 and 2. Will he look for the slider? Yes, he does, but he'll leave a lane for Baldwin up on top. They'll bang wheels just a little bit out of turn 2. And they'll drag race off into turn number 3 and 4. Who can get the top side better? It's going to be Caden Brown leading from Brady Baldwin and Elliot Osborne. In that BSL Racing number 33 machine, I believe it is. He's back there in 3rd. So it's a top 3 going straight through to your main event.
As Caden Brown now takes the race lead away from Brady Baldwin. At the moment, folks, we've got literally 2 laps to go on this one. So Brown leads away from Baldwin. Then you've got Osborne in 3rd. Then further back, you've got Stove, Stradlow and Kedley fighting it out as well. As Kelly makes a move and he's... He's on his rear wheels and he's on the main straight, Brett. His nights is not going quite well as everyone would hope. But, Brett, last lap is upon us.
And last turn right now as there goes Caden Brown. Will be victorious here in heat race number 1. Second is going to go to Brady Baldwin. 3rd. And going straight into the main event here tonight is going to be Elliot Osborne. Those 3 drivers booking their ticket into tonight's. Now, Russ, you'd be able to tell me this one. When it comes to feature race laps, what are we looking at?
35.
35 on the board for tonight's feature event. Here is your official results. Heat race number 1, Caden Brown, Brady Baldwin, Elliot Osborne. Your top 3, Devon Stove, Tyler Strollo, Damien Butler, Jared Steen, Aaron Kelly. The 8 drivers to contest with Brad Pascoe did not contest heat race number 1. Let's go trackside heat race number 2. Let's take a look. That's your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid as Hunter Brady going to start on pole. Heat race number 2 to his outside. That'll be Murray Howe. Lining up inside your second row, you're driving the 010. That'll be Lance Bainton. Out of position number 4, it's the 211 of Aaron Hatton. Position 5 will be the 95. That'll be Kane Della and Harley Smee in car 57. Going to line up out of position number 6. We go back to the 4th row. Todd Atkins in car 49 will start position 7 to his outside. In car 47, that'll be Michael Sellers lining up out of position number 8. And Andrew Parks in car 31 going to start position number 9 here in heat race number 2. Ricey again. Passing point format here tonight at the Lernerville Speedway. And what have we got here tonight? We got the 5 heats tonight.
Oh, you're making me go to work here, Brett. Looks like we've got 6 on the board, but that could change at any moment.
No, that should be 6 then. If it hasn't changed by now, it won't change. So that'll be 18 to lock in, and looks like we're more than likely going to have 3B mains as well. We're the top 2, so it's cutthroat competition here.
Correct. So, decent field out here at the moment. Murray Howell with Hunter Brady. Then you got Hatton and then Baton. Harley Smee is one to look for in this one here, folks. And also Sellers, so don't discount those 2 as well. So here we go, Brett. Heat race number 2. Green flag is aloft here at Lernerville Speedway. Here we go. Green flag's aloft. Good start. Hunter Brady going to turn number 1, gets a slide and gets a position on the Howell entry. And then in 3rd, you've got Lance Baden. But on further back, though, Smee and Sellers, I think, going... Sorry, Hatton going too wide. But Brett, action is upon us.
Talk about Sellers. That's the Fast 4 Media entry up the top of the racetrack right there in the black number 15 machine. That Fast 4 Media Esports entry. They'll run the top down through turn number 3 and 4. The battle is on for the race in this contact. They're going to drive each other head down hard into the grass. Whoa, look out, look out. And, well, 2 BSL cars, Howell and Hutton. As look at Lance Bates and Harley Smee now first, second. And Hunter Brady picking up the front wheels down out of turn number 4. That is 3 in the books and 5 to run here at heat race number 2.
Bit unfortunate there for those 2 cars involved in that one, but action is on us right now. As Sellers on the top side, you Hunter Brady on the bottom, but Brady loses the momentum, so Sellers will pick up P3. Remember, folks, top 3 transfer. But now Sellers is looking for another spot away from Harley Smee. So you got Smee, and then you got Baton, who's on our lead. He is our leader. As looks like Smee's going for a slide job into turn 1 and 2, and he gets the job done.
Yeah, Baton going to try and cross back underneath now, down into turn number 3. So Baton rides low. Smee up top, Sellers up top as well. That's the top 3. Then you go back to Andrew Parks back there in 4. 2 to run that time, bypass your start-finish line. And, well, I think it's safe to say right now, Harley Smee, he's moved forward 5 positions as had Michael Sellers and Andrew Parks. So when it comes to drivers going into the pole shuffle, these 3 drivers, well, at least 2 of them so far, as we get the white flag, that'll be Smee and Sellers. They'll look to put themselves in good stead for the pole shuffle. But into turn number 3, out of turn 4, they're going to go 3 wide. Lance Baton through the middle. Oh, boy! Wowee, what a race. Harley Smee will be victorious ahead of Lance Baton. And Michael Sellers home in 3rd. There was literally nothing in that one. Let's take a look at heat race number 2 results. And by the bare skin of his teeth, by 0.058 of a second, Harley Smee gets the job done over Lance Baton. Michael Sellers just a little over a 1/10.5 back in 3rd. Andrew Parks 4th. Murray Howell rounds out your top 5. Aaron Hatton, Hunter Brady, and those are the 7 drivers. Kane Diller and Todd Atkins did not grid there in heat race number 2. So, Ricey, you can take us through our Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 3.
So heat race number 3 looks like this, folks. Out of P number 1 into 26 of Harry Stewart. Out of 2, the 12 of Jock Goodyear. Out of... hold on. Let me reset my thing here. It's gone a bit ski-whiff. So it looks like on my screen, Brett, there is no number 2, but I'll go with yours. So it's Hayden Carwell out of 2, folks. Out of 3 is Jock Goodyear. Out of 4, Noel Page. Out of 5 is Travis Castagna. Out of 6 is Mitchell Pistflick. Out of 7 is Clayton Davies. Out of 8, Brandon Bain. And out of 9 is the gutter rat himself, James Robbie.
Yeah, it looks like Cardwell did not grid. So that is just going to put the outside row up a row. And tell you what, there are some pretty stout drivers in this one. All you got to look at is the likes of Harry Stewart, Jock Goodyear, Castagna, Clayton Davies, James Robbie, Noel Page. He was decent here in the speed car 50 lap, but he led, I think it was close to about 40 to 42 laps before, I guess, things just didn't go his way in those final 10 laps. Maybe the nerves getting to him, but I tell you, this is a pretty good heat race.
Absolutely, Brett, as Harry Stewart will be looking to lock in a transfer and possibly another appearance later on tonight. So, fielders aloft here. And green flag. That's a good start from Stewart on the bottom side as Jock Goodyear. Look for a way through in the mid-groove and he gets the job done, but on the outside. As the cameras go skewy from my end. And then you got Noel Page in the mix as well. Harry Stewart. It's a little bit touch there from Page into Stewart, Brett. So 3 wide into turn number 1. These guys are putting on a show.
Yeah, they even go 4 wide. Goodyear and Stewart come out 1 and 2 out of turn number 2. Here goes Stewart with a slide job. Oh, Goodyear a little loose there right in the centre of turn number 3 and 4. Page put the slider on. So what can Goodyear? Can he return serve? Clayton Davies, meanwhile, the battle is on up for the race lead. Noah Page and Harry Stewart go back to the speed car 50 lapper. Page was one of the cars that was leading in the main event. Harry Stewart had to come from position 18 and ended up with a 3rd place finish. But here comes Page once again. Slide job trying to park it up in front of the number 11 machine of Harry Stewart as they continue to race down into turn number 3 and 4. What has Davies and Goodyear, Castagna, Robbie? Have they got anything for the 3rd place driver of Pisklik as Pisklik moves up there in front of Davies? Maybe using that virtual mirror as an advantage, and by God, you can do it.
Absolutely, Brett, as the battle is now on for that 3rd and final transfer spot. But out in front is still Harry Stewart. So here we have with that one the dentist, as he's called. In second, you got Noel Page in there, and then you got Pisklik now in 3rd. So, and Davies looking for a way through to pick that spot away from Pisklik. So, Brett, field is starting to spread out a little bit here, but the groove is going to slowly move up towards the top.
Yeah, well, this track obviously started off very tacky and will get very slick throughout the rest of the night as we'll go down into turn number 1 and 2. The final lap is upon us, and Harry Stewart, boy, he survived the onslaught there over the first 3 or 4 laps, and once he's gotten out in front into a rhythm, he has shown these boys how to get it done. Harry Stewart gets the win. Second will go to Noel Page. Third is going to be Pisklik. Clayton Davies home in 4th. James Robbie will come home in position number 5 as we take a look here at the official results. Just to reiterate, Stewart, Page, Pisklik, top 3. Davies, Robbie, Castagna, Bain, Goodyear, with Carwell did not gridding in heat number 3. Heat race number 4. Let's take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. There's Rodney James in car number 62. Will start on pole. To his outside, it'll be Craig Sheeran. Kobe Dent going to line up at a position number 3. Callum Davidson will line up at a position number 4. Kyron Redpath will start position number 5. Then we go back to Aaron Hodgson out of position number 6. Dale Jordison out of position 7. Graham Smith out of position number 8. And Ayrton Smith out of position number 9. Heat race number 4. Mr. James Rice.
That's Mr. Ricey to you.
Settle down, Boomer. Jeez.
Oh, God. Well, this is such a good track here for these cars. You saw that only probably a month ago.
In all honesty, this is by far my favourite track when it comes to racing and broadcasting. You can put anything on here, and you just know you're going to get a show here, no matter what. This is probably the one track that at the moment I won't get sick of, and just because I think it's got like a Valvoline Raceway type to it, like with the edge of the banking, and just what that one mistake can cost you and can send you off the edge of the racetrack. That's
absolutely right, Brett. The element of danger. That's for sure. Here we go, green flag loft, heat race number 4 is upon us. Rodney James gets an ordinary start there, slides up, but now you've got Craig Sheeran taking the race lead away. So Sheeran leads the field from James, and you got Davidson in third. And then on the top side is Anton Smith, Brett. He is coming.
Yeah, he's been pretty good, and racing against him in a sprint car last night. He was pretty decent in that one too, but he ended up picking up a 360 sprint car championship after 6 weeks, and well, he's pretty handy in a midget as well, and it's really showing right now because Anton Smith at the moment is up 6 positions. Make that 5 depending on where. It'll be 6 if he gets into third, nearly driving off the edge of the racetrack down into turns 3 and 4. But here comes Callum Davidson back to the inside. He'll reclaim third position. And I'll tell you what, if Anton Smith wants a spot in the pole shuffle, he needs to get by Davidson as Craig Sheeran, Aaron Hodgson out in front in first and second.
So Davidson at the moment holding on to that third and final transfer spot, but now Smith now looking to the middle groove. So he was using that top side, and he nearly nearly had the car off the racetrack and onto the banking on the side. But out in front, Brett, is Craig Sheeran. He has some work to do right now. Right behind him is Aaron Hodgson. He's looking for a slider in 3 and 4. He gets the job done. The race is on now, Brett. Let's go.
Yeah, that'll be 2 to go that time by. We'll go down into 1 and 2. Sheeran sliding up in front of Hodgson. Hodgson turns underneath him, and look at Callum Davidson in the 17, slowly but surely creeping into the picture right now between the top 2. So this could be should be a 3-car battle for the race leaders. They get the white flag, but Aaron Hodgson well clear right now by about 4-5. Make that 6-7 car lengths down into turn number 3 and 4. Aaron Hodgson from right to left. He will get the job done. He raced number 4. And to go the way of Aaron Hodgson, Craig Sheeran unofficially home in second. Callum Davidson going straight to the main event, home in position number 3. Anton Smith, although he advanced 5 positions, he comes home 4th, and that should put him at a near front row in one of the B mains tonight. Heat 4 results on screen. Aaron Hodgson, Craig Sheeran, Callum Davidson. And you go back to Anton Smith, Kobe Dent, Rodney James, Kyron Redpath, Dale Jordison, and Graham Smith. There are 9 cars contesting heat race number 4. Ricey, I believe you're up on heat race number 5.
Heat race number 5 looks like this. Out of number 1 is 97 of Ben Morrison. Out of P number 2 is the 015 of Darren Lord. Out of 3, the number 3 of Jacob Dixon. Out of 4, the 131 of Sean Rosa. Out of 5, the 35 of Damon Bush. Out of 6, the 197 of Stuart Patterson. Out of 7, the 077 of Vince Romeo. Out of 8, the 17 of Bailey Barnacote. And running out a 9-car field, the 504 of Carl Hoffmans.
Well, again, this should be a stellar heat race here. And again, it's all about passing points, and cannot wait to find out which 24 drivers will contest a 35-lap main event. Now, I believe we're going to caution flag laps not counting here in the main event only. So I do believe that there is not any issues when it comes to those caution laps not counting, especially here at Lernerville, unlike Knoxville. Knoxville is all jacked up. But heat race number 5, Ricey, how do you like in this one?
You can't go past Morrison in this one, and also Dixon. But obviously, me and myself would probably go for Darren Lord here. Good old Lordy. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Heat race number 5 upon us. The penultimate heat race of the night. Morrison and Darren Lord. Green flag is out. We are underway here at the Lernerville Speedway. And again, this field trying to find a rhythm early on here in the opening half a lap, as here comes Dixon to the inside on Lord. They'll go 2 and 3 wide down through the back of the pack as Dixon will take second. Ben Morrison, man, he's going to be tough to beat, especially from that pole position. But Jacob Dixon, he's got the talent to potentially run him down. And then you go back, Darren Lord holding off Stuart Patterson right now for that third and final transfer spot. But here comes Patterson to the outside down into turn number 1 and 2. Patterson is going to have it as they come out of turn 2 and down the back straight, Ricey.
So good job for Patterson there, getting the spot away from Darren Lord. So out in front, Brett, you've got Ben Morrison in the 97 leading the field away. And then in second spot, you've got Dixon, and then third, Patterson. So the field's quite spread out now. As I say that, Bailey Barnacote going for a slide job on Darren Lord. But the top two, Brett, are slowly approaching the, it is past the halfway mark now, but Dixon is now approaching Morrison. As I say that, that was a clean move.
That was far from clean. Gee, that's a move you'd see a Kiwi make. I'm not going to throw Morrison under the bus there. That was not the right move there for Jacob Dixon, and that certainly would have cost. As you can see, Dixon actually slowing up now and trying to readdress the situation. There he goes. He lets Morrison back by now. Stuart Patterson is the race leader, but look at this, 3 cars. They're going for the race lead, 1, 2, and 3. Patterson and Morrison come together. And look at Carl Hoffman's lurking in the background as well. Hoffman's to the low side on Patterson. Morrison with a slider on Dixon. Oh boy, it is on for young and old. First, second, side by side, third and fourth. Who's going to have it down into turn number 3 and 4? Morrison going to move up, but that's a bit of This is tight. Oh man, I can tell you that right now. The time, heat race number 5, there is literally nothing in it. As we're going to wait to bring up heat race number 5 results. And Ricey, what about that race? Man, it was on from the drop of the green flag.
Well, I'm going to say this now, Brett, and I could be wrong on this one, but there might be some rules handed down to the top 2. But at the moment, you got the results on screen. So Dixon, Morrison, Hoffman's, Patterson, Barnacote, Lord, Mush, Rosa, and Romeo rounds out that for heat race number 5. So yeah, there's some different some emotions in the pits at the moment.
Oh, I can only imagine. Heat race number 6 grid up on screen right now. And Joshua Barry in car number 32 going to start on pole to his outside. At a position number 2, that'll be Lockie Beattie. Bradley Oldfield in the 21, the defending Midget Super League champion, will start position 3. And good old right rear O's. Hope he's had his right rear O's for breakfast and lunch. Maybe even throwing a bit of dinner as well. Brendan Palmer, I'll bet you 50, he starts position number 4. Brad O'Brien going to roll off at a position number 5, and Jason Crawford lines up at a position number 6. Joel Berkeley scheduled to line up at a position number 7. Ethan Cooper at a position 8. And Regan Tyler scheduled to roll off in the 156 at a position number 9.
Brett, I was speaking with the Birkenhead, Joel Berkeley, only a couple of days ago, and sitting a bit and talking about his Tinder sponsorship, and he was saying that he's had no luck swiping right. So let's hope he has more luck in this field.
Oh, I want to throw someone under the bus, but I don't think it's appropriate for an on-air joke. So we might just leave that one. But I tell you what, we are getting set here for the 6th and final heat race of the night. And Berkeley's got a good opportunity for passing points here if he can get into the top 3. But, however, he's got to get by Brendan Palmer. Now, the last time that these guys met in a race was at Lanier National Speedway, and I believe it was actually in the A main of a Midget Super League race, and poor old Berkeley was leading the feature and caught a bit of a right rear off Brendan Palmer, and we sort of haven't let that one go. But anyhow, we'll see if that's been arranged from the memory banks there of Berkeley. But here we go. Green flag is our Joshua Barry. Bradley Oldfield now sneaking up on the inside. Where does Berkeley go? He goes through the grass. Well, trying to get a sponsorship from Jim's Mowing. As look at Lockie B. Oh, look out, Brendan Palmer. They're going to go 3 wide, down 3 wide, 3 and 4. As Joshua Barry will lead lap number 1. Bradley Oldfield down to the low side. Again, Jim's Mowing sponsorship bringing you heat race number 6.
He's getting the edges all nice and cut there, Brett, as Oldfield.
Well, they say if you get it trimmed, it looks bigger.
Joshua Barry leads the field away in this last heat here. And then in third, approaching is Brad O'Brien. He's got that third and final transfer spot. But look, let's look further back here as you got Regan, Tyler. And I don't know where the Birkenhead has gone. I think he's off track at the moment. Or is he? I've got no idea where everyone is. Because everything's on Hey and Brett. But we're just over halfway past.
Well, Barry and Oldfield now. Old drag race out of turn 2, but it's going to be Oldfield up on the top side. He'll cut down to the middle of the racetrack, just getting a little sideways there in front of Barry. Barry in that the Sean Dyson painted and cast Macedo complete parts solutions, whatever it's called, #1 machinist. O'Brien now trying to put the pressure on Barry. Here comes O'Brien to the inside, and at the moment 2 to run for Bradley Oldfield.
So Oldfield now taking a commanding lead using that top side, but the race is on in earnest between Barry. Barry had a huge run out of turn 2. He grabbed so much speed off the corner. So white flag is out now, Brett, for Oldfield. He'll be happy to pick up this one. As I say that, the 16 of Lucky Beatty with the slide job. Look at this one, Brett. So at the moment, Oldfield will take the win in this one. As I go further back, and it's just for O'Brien on that one. So well done to Bradley Oldfield, as my timing thing has gone kaput.
It's fine. I'll bring up the results here for heat race number 6. So Bradley Oldfield, could he have been any more dominating in that one, getting the win by 1.27 seconds. Joshua Barry home in second, just edging out Brad O'Brien, who edges out Lockie Beatty for that third and final transfer spot. Beatty coming home in 4th. Regan Tyler 5th. Ethan Cooper 6th. Brendan Palmer 7th. 8th went to Jason Crawford, and Joel Berkeley going to try his luck from the back of one of the B mains. And speaking of the B mains, up on the top left it might say D main, but this is in fact B main #1. Let's take a look right now. It's your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid with Devon Stove lining up on the front row alongside Ayrton Smith out of position #2. Tyler Stralo and Kobe Dent will line up out of positions 3 and 4. Damien Butler out of position #5. Rodney James out of position #6. Jared Steen will roll off position #7. Kyron Redpath will start position #8. Aaron Kelly out of position at #9. And then we go back to Dale Jordison out of position #10. 11th is going to be Brad Pascoe, and Graham Smith going to start position at #12. In 12 cars here in B main competition. And Ricey, with that, I believe we are only taking the top 2. Am I correct on that one?
That is correct. So top 2 will advance through to tonight's 35 lap feature event. And the same will go for the next other 2 B mains. So Brett, who are you liking in this one? I'm going to say, I'm going to go with Steenie, just because of all the good times we've had on Wreckfest and other bits and pieces.
I was just going to say, it's not Wreckfest time yet.
So, yeah.
I like Ayrton Smith, actually, in this one.
Alrighty, so here we go. Pace truck, the iRacing official pace truck is off the circuit. As Stove and Smith looking to lead the field away here in B main #1. Here we go. Good even launch. Well done to the boys. In turn #1, field is quite even, but on the outside, Smith takes the race lead away from Stove. So coming to 3 and 4 is now you got Stradlow. And then you got Dent further back as well. Oh, there's a bit of a touch of wheels. And there's one guy sideways on the back, on the front straight away, and there's more carnage in 1 and 2, Brent.
A couple of cars there. Jordison involved. Stove, Rodney James. There's about 3 or 4 cars involved as we stay green. Ayrton Smith leading. Tyler Strilo, that's first and second. Third is Aaron Kelly. Boy, you know Kelly, he wants to get into the main event after picking up a second place run last week at the Williams Grove Speedway. It just goes to show that right now we have the best midget drivers across the world when it comes to midget league racing. As you can be on the podium one week and you can be out of a transfer spot and not even make the A main the following week.
That's right, and it is quite tough There's a lap car in front of our race leader. Well done to the lap car to get out the way. But Smith leading this field away. Then you got Strolo looking for way through as I think he's trying to go for a slider there, Brett, but obviously a little bit too close to the pole sitter. As Aaron Kelly, here we go. He has gone from what I think it was probably 10th or something to now up to P3.
Let's take a look at the gain as he's started position number 9 and he's up to position 3, so up 6 positions, but he needs to get one more. He needs to get into 7th position. I tell you what, that's going to be off-putting with a car blinking in front of you like that because you don't want to end your race and you don't want to end their race as well. So, well, we'll see what happens here in these final handful of laps. 5 laps left to run. It is Anton Smith out in front, driving car number 64 for Fast Lane Esports right there. As we go back to Shiloh holding off Kelly, the couple of black and green cars that are in performance number 51 of Shiloh in the MG Contracting, DMS Sim Sports number 18 of Aaron Kelly as Kelly put the slide on Shiloh. Shiloh will work it back down low in turns 3. He'll slide to the top of the racetrack and here comes Kelly back to the inside. Shiloh holds on with 3 to go.
As now Aaron Kelly looking for another slide job. Oh, now that was a textbook slide job. He had cleared him, but that pushed old mate off the racetrack. So, Brett, I don't know if you want to be race control at the moment or the chief steward, but Michael would have been that was a clean racing move. But at the moment, Smith and Kelly have the top 2 spots.
Yes, they do, and we've only got 2 laps left to run as we just cycle watching the pit area grandstands. 1 lap to run here for Ayrton Smith. He's been dominant in B-Main number 1 competition. Jared Steen on the outside looking in. He will not make the show unless there's a post-race or a penalty being handed out for Smith or Kelly, but I don't think that there will be as that checkered flag is out unofficially. Ayrton Smith, Aaron Kelly home in 1st and 2nd. Jared Steen going to just miss out there in position number 3. Tyler Strilo home in 4th. Kyron Redpath rounds out the top 5 as we're going to bring up the B-Main number 1 results right now as Ayrton Smith, Aaron Kelly will officially finish 1st and 2nd, and they will start positions number 19 and 22 in tonight's main event. Unfortunately for 3rd on back, it's all about bragging rights. I'll pack it up. And Steenie, I think it's time for you to go watch some V8s again. Oh, actually, you know what? If Steenie's in here, he is too.
Bring him in.
We are going to bring him in. We're going to chat to the driver that comes home 3rd place tonight. And Steenie, I think it's time to go watch some V8s. What do you reckon?
Yeah, probably.
Not the way you would have liked to end up 1 spot shy, but it is what it is, right? You take the good with the bad. Sometimes you're there, sometimes you're not.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't been on iRacing for probably 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, it's first race back, so wasn't expecting too much.
too much wreckfest after MSL on a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, buddy. Unlucky, and hopefully we see you back next week.
Alright, thanks, buddy.
There we go, Jared Steen. Ricey, let's take us through the grid here for B-Main number 2.
Alrighty, so off your front row is Andrew Parks and Stuart Patterson with your 1 and 2. Out of 3 and 4 is Murray Howell and Bailey Barnacote. So out of 5, you've got Aaron Hutton. Out of 6, Darren Lord. Out of 7, Hunter Brady. Out of 8, Damon Mush. Scheduled 9 was Kane Della. Out of 10, Sean Rosa. Out of 11, it was Todd Atkins. And 12 is Vince Romeo.
All right, B-Main number 2. Car's about to come out of turn number 4. The green flag set to fly here. B-Main number 2 is underway. And again, just like we've seen in B-Main number 1, we are only advancing 2 cars that will start positions 20 and 23 in the main event. Look at them already going 3 wide and a couple of Fast Lane Esports drivers up on the inside of them. Oh, that's the Speedway cars in 3rd and 4th right now. That's Aaron Hatton and I believe Bailey Barnacote. Oh, look out. They're chopping and changing positions. Patterson moves into 2nd.
As there's action further back from Parks, but Patterson, you got Hunter Brady looking for a slide job on their 211 car of Hatton. but Hatton takes that spot away. So remember, folks, top 2 transfer into the A main tonight. So a lot of these guys have some work to do to get under that top 2, but at the moment, Parks is just driving away here, leaving Patterson in his dust.
Yeah, well, as the track starts to get slickened off right now here in B main number 2, and again, it's going to be the battle on between Stuart Patterson in the number 197 machine up against the 211, the 211 of Aaron Hatton. That's on screen. Then to the right of those is the number 10 machine, that is Hunter Brady. It's been scored on the timing on my end on 48, but got the customised paint as number 10 as here goes Hatton to the inside looking for the slide job, but Patterson around the outside. This time by, we are halfway home, 6 down and 6 to run, Ricey.
So the leader at the moment still Andrew Parks. He's got a good gap of nearly 1 second, so 0.916 difference. Then you got Short in second, and now third is hotting up between Hunter Brady and Hatton. And then you've got the other BSL car of Mush. Howell in the BSL, and Mush as well, further back. But Brett, at the moment, what's the mindset for Patterson would be to keep it clean and try not let the guy behind him pass him.
Don't drive through the slick. Don't spin it out. Just keep it nice and straight. Focus on where you want to run and just concentrate on hitting those marks. And, well, then the results will take care of themselves this time by. Lap number 9 is complete. 3 laps left to run. A mile and a half around Saba, Pennsylvania's Lernerville Speedways. Patterson going to go down low, slide up to the top. So I don't think that's going to be the line to run as, well, Hunter Brady, he was good through 1 and 2. He got a bit more drive there. Let's take a look at the last lap times to see what kind of difference that we've got between second and third right now. And you can see Rice, they're fairly even. But look at your race leader. He is 2 tenths quicker than him, or even a tenth and a half.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. But as the white flag is upon us for Andrew Parks, he's coming out of turn 1 and 2 right now. As Hunter Brady going for a massive slider. It doesn't get the job done, though, but Patterson will secure that second spot. But out of turn number 4, Andrew Parks will take B-main number 2 from Stuart Patterson. So those 2 guys will transfer away. And for everyone else, pack her up and watch the guys
get ready for next week.
Oh, yeah, get ready for next week, that's for sure.
I'm pretty sure we're on next week. I wouldn't have a clue. I've got to worry about probably about another 8 or 9, 10 broadcasts to do before we even get to that one. But as it says C main, but it's not. That is B main number 2. Andrew Parks, Stuart Patterson going through start positions 20 and 23 in tonight's 35 lap main event. Is your ultimate Dirt to E starting grid coming up on screen right now here in B main number 3. Clayton Davies going to start on pole to his outside. Lockie Beattie out of position number 2. James Robbie and Regan Tyler line up out of positions 3 and 4. Travis Castagna lining up out of position 5. Ethan Cooper out of position number 6. Brandon Bain out of position 7. Brendan Palmer lines up out of position number 8. Then we go back to Jock Goodyear and Jason Crawford out of 9th and 10th. And Hayden Caldwell, Joel Berkeley out of 11th and 12th. And I believe Castagna and Caldwell did not grid, so that's going to make it 10 cars. As it's going to put Berkeley and Goodyear off the back 2 rows. But they've got to get by the likes of Ethan Cooper, James Robbie, Lockie Beattie, Clayton Davies, Brendan Palmer as well. There are some handy pedalers in this one. And unfortunately for some of these drivers, we're only going to be able to take 2 of them into our 35 lap main event.
So Jock Goodyear will be the one to look in this one as well. The Tinder car from the back of the pack, Joel Berkeley. As I said earlier, he's having not much luck on the Tinder platform. But a green flag aloft here between Davies and Beattie. As my timing goes all skill if again, sorry, that was Robbie. So David gets a good start, Brett, off that bottom side in turn 2. So he moves into P number 1. Then you've got Robbie. Oh, he gets a slide job from Lucky Beattie. So seeing James Robbie run mid to top track, Brett, is something that you don't see often.
He'll go where necessary at the moment. Just keeping an eye on Jock Goodyear, trying to carve through this field, already sliding into position number 4. They've just completed the second lap, so there's still 10 to run. Beatty gets into the back as Palmer holding off Berkeley now down into turns number 1 and 2. Cooper, Regan, Tyler all working on the bottom side. Lockie Beatty goes off the racetrack. Berkeley into the back of Ethan Cooper. As we are staying green, as now Jock Goodyear now moves into third, but the battle is on for the race lead. There's Davies, works low. James Robbie working the cushion through 1 and 2. They'll do the same down into turn number 3 and 4. And the battle is on for the race lead. Oh, look out, there is some heavy contact in turns 3 and 4. That could potentially take out at least 2, even 3 cars as Goodyear holds off a slider from Regan Tyler. And Clayton Davies, look out, you're about to have company from the T22 of Jock Goodyear.
What a move and what a race so far for Jock Goodyear. Going from basically mid-pack all the way up to P3, but he's got one more spot to grab. And that's Clayton Davies' spot at the moment. But as I say, that James Robbie in lap traffic, he just passed one lap car. As he's now got Jock Goodyear has just passed on the outside of Davies, and Davies looking to join Jim's Mowing Company as well on the infield. But as I say that, Brett, James Robbie still your race leader.
Oh, Clayton Davies going to half spin the car there in turn number 1 and 2, and that'll allow Regan Tyler. Now he gets to launch an attack on the T22 of Jock Goodyear for Slick Sim Sports. Low on the cushion through 3 and 4. 4 laps to run here as James Robbie continuing to lead. And we'll talk about talking about the speed car 50 lap earlier on, how good Noah Page was. James Robbie was just as good, and I believe he came home 4th in that main event. And even then, he said he was gutted to come home 4th. But when you think about, they had the likes of over 100 odd entries, to come 4th in the main event and to be pretty much a top 5 car. I kind of told him that that's a pretty significant job to do.
Yeah, and that accolade, he'll have that now in his sim career. But at the moment, James Robbie still leading away. Coming into the final lap now as Jock Goodyear has company. So Jock will be looking to protect his second and final transfer spot away from Regan Tyler. But Tyler looking for a way on the bottom. Jock Goodyear. Oh, he half spins. Oh, Davies gets through. Davies gets through and pips the post of Jock Goodyear.
He didn't just pass one car. He passed 2 cars.
What a move on the bottom. He had that car locked down. So Robbie and Davies. Wow.
How in the world did he do that? I will never, ever know. James Robbie, Clayton Davies, home in 1st and 2nd. Jock Goodyear, Regan Tyler, 3rd, 4th. Brandon Bain rounded out the top 5. Close battle back there to Brendan Palmer in 6th. Joel Berkeley in 7th. Lockie Beatty, 8th. Ethan Cooper in 9th. Jason Crawford rounded out the 10 cars there for B main competition. Wow, that was an interesting race, I've got to admit.
Yes, and I hope everyone who's been watching online and live here on Ultimate Dirt TV enjoyed that as well. That was very, very entertaining, especially on that last lap. So it's going to be a bit different to see no Berkeley or Goodyear in the main tonight.
No Cardwell either, so I guess that pretty much eliminates the Slick Sim Sports drivers from this main event tonight. And after they've had a pretty good stranglehold over the past, I'm going to say, month of competition, with Berkeley picking up last week, broke the streak of the Americans, who went 5 weeks in a row where it was led by Sanders the first 2 and Hayden Cardwell. So the last month here at the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League has been all about Slick Sim Sports getting the wins. Tonight, well, we're going to see someone else go to victory lane.
Yep, that'll be very, very good to see. So just waiting for race control to stop communicating with the drivers here for this pole shuffle.
Well, I can tell you right now that I've already been given the drivers in the pole shuffle. And we are going to have Harry Stewart coming out first. And he will take on Michael Sellers. Then they will take on Carl Hoffmans, who that'll be for 6th place. Bradley Oldfield comes out next for 5th. 4th is Jacob Dixon. Caden Brown comes out in 3rd. Aaron Hodgson in 2nd. And the driver that has a guaranteed front row starting position, whether it be 1st or 2nd, that'll be the driver of the 57 machine of Harley Smee.
So I believe, Brett, it's 2 minutes. 2-minute warning for the one of the guys in the
Sellers?
pole shuffle. I think it might be Sellers, yes.
That'll be Sellers, because we are looking at the back end of Harry Stewart's United Sim Sports Valvoline number 11 machine. He rolls onto the racetrack right now. There's no sign yet of Michael Sellers. And if that's the case, Sellers will start position 8, and that will bring out Carl Hoffman. But again,
1 minute.
All right, 1 minute left. It's not too often that we've seen the 8 drivers in the pole shuffle finish the way they started. We've always seen a fairly decent run from one of the drivers that, was scheduled to start, 6th, 7th, or 8th, and, work their way up to the front 2 rows. So you never know, we might just be able to see that one again tonight. And, well, looks like Harry Stewart is going to move up a position already, because without even turning a lap, he was the 8th highest point scorer. With Michael Sellers not coming out, I think race control...
15 seconds.
Yes, I was just going to say, I think race control are about to award the win to Harry Stewart, with Michael Sellers going to start position number 8. And then Carl Hoffmans should be the next car to roll out onto the speedway.
Michael Sellers just came back into the car literally after Alan Tackett said 0. He's on track.
Ooh. Oh, there he is now. Whether race control are going to let this one go or not.
I doubt so, Brett. I'm just listening into race control at the moment, and the ruling is final.
Oh, well. He was given 2 minutes. He's been technically had 5 minutes to get out there. No, well, it's his own fault. No one else's. As here we go, Michael Sellers. He will start position 8. He's forfeited his race and outrolls the MG Contracting DMS number 33 machine of Carl Hoffmans. I believe he's in the DMS team. So 2 laps is on the board. Stewart in the 11 up on the top side. As green flag is out here for the first of what is now going to be 6 pole shuffle races. Look out, here we go. Hoffman slides up as here comes Stewart back down to the inside. Track has certainly changed from the last time that these drivers had hit the racetrack, as Stewart works low through 3 and 4. 1 lap in, 1 to run. Stewart to the top side. Hoffman's to go right through the middle of the racetrack, but that is the nowhere line at the moment. Harry Stewart, the big advantage down into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Harry Stewart gets the win but he does enough to survive, and he will move into the next pole shuffle race. As Ricey, it is going to be Bradley Oldfield to come out onto the racetrack, and these 2 drivers finished 1-2 in the championship last season.
Yes, and 2 of the United team. So 2 teammates will duke it out for the next spot. So I believe this one is 7 or 6? 6. So Oldfield electing the bottom side. So this is going to be a cracker, folks. So 2 teammates There's no team orders here as the green flag is aloft. Stewart gets the run on the top. Going to turn number 1 as Oldfield sticks to the bottom. So we'll see how Oldfield goes with this one. And he's still hanging with Stewart here. Stewart using the slider line into 3 and 4 as Oldfield still holding on to the bottom. And last lap is upon us here for Stewart. What can Oldfield do on the bottom side? And I think he just buzzed his tyres a little bit too much on the bottom. So Stewart goes down to the bottom in 3 and 4. Oldfield. Oldfield had to pull the anchors on. So Stewart will move straight through, and that will move Oldfield to P7. Oh, sorry, P6. Sorry, 6.
Yes, we remember we missed the first one because Sellers didn't come out onto the racetrack. But now Harry Stewart, well, he has advanced 3 positions already. So even if he loses this race, he will start position 5. And, well, out rolls the V3. DMS Sim Sports number 3 for MG Contracting of Jacob Dixon. And he is opting to go to the bottom side of the racetrack. Again, winner will advance to the second row. Worst case scenario, loser of this one will start position number 5. As green flag set to come out here as the green flag is out. And we are underway here with Dixon. Going to look to slide up to the top of the racetrack. Stewart drives back down. He'll take the lead down the back straightaway by 2 car lengths. Down into 3 and 4. Stewart the left front. Oh boy, it really caught the grass there and it just bounced that car through the center of turns 3 and 4. Dixon and Stewart both going upstairs. What can Dixon do in the final couple of turns in this one? But Stewart, he has been superb so far during the pole shuffle. Oh, but Dixon goes off and oh, there we go. Car's going to get repaired for the main event. Harry Stewart wins, Ricey, and he will take on Caden Brown.
So this, folks, is going to be an interesting pole shuffle. So Caden Brown, who is well known in the speed cars, that's Midget's community. So Caden Brown elects bottom side here, folks. So Harry Stewart on a advancing run here. One of them gifted to him, though. So, Brown and Stewart. Let's see what these 2 guys can do here in this pole shuffle. Race control and attacking gives the green flag. And Stewart once again gets the good run off the top into turn number 1 as Brown slides up, and it's side by side off at turn 2, but Stewart is too strong on that bottom. He gets the good run. And Stewart again is on the bottom. White flag is upon us as Brown gets another run. Looking for a slight job, I think. And he doesn't get the job done though. He's got one more shot at this. But Stewart is too strong. And he takes the pole shuffle there. So well done to Harry Stewart. So that will move Harry one more spot up into its A main field as Aaron Hodson. As Aaron elects the top side, and the loser of this starts off a P number 3. So let's see what Aaron can do here. As these two guys now line up on the back straightaway here, going to turn number 3 here at Lernerville. As the green flag is aloft in Alan Tacken's hands. And he weighs it pretty hard here. As Aaron Hodson gets a really good jump there and goes to the top side. Stewart. Oh, he's all tight on the bottom. Oh, no. So that now will put Aaron Hodson into the lead as Stewart. It says, no, I want this spot back, buddy. But look at this. This is, the race is on in earnest here. As Aaron Hodson is defending the bottom side, as Harry Stewart has one more crack. What can he do? And here we go. And it's side by side as Harry Stewart gets it. Wow. What a run from Harry Stewart. And the replay is going to be on the screen here, folks. And wow, I cannot believe my eyes right now. Aaron Hodgson had that locked in there for a second, but Harry Stewart took it away from him. Literally not even half a car length. That was massive.
Wow.
But Brett, it's not official though. We have to wait for our chief steward. And Harry Stewart has that one officially.
Well, there you go. And out rolls the driver. Highest in passing points after the heat racer for the drivers that are locked straight into the main event. This is for pole position. Harley Smee in the black and red, number 57 on the top. Stewart from 8th. Can he start on pole? He's got a front row position on lockdown. The green flag is down. This is for pole position. 2 laps. Stewart straight to the bottom side as Harley Smee. Good up the top side of the racetrack, but it's Stewart who gets the run. 7 car lengths down into turns 3 and 4. The gap closes up, but I tell you what, this United Simsports Valvoline entry, man, it is rolling at the moment. It is glued right now. Smee is nowhere to be seen. There's half a straightaway in it to Smee. One opportunity left, but Harry Stewart is going to go from position number 8 to pole position. Boy, oh boy, James Rice, we haven't seen it done, but what we have seen is, again, a driver come from 6th, 7th or 8th and put themselves on the first or second row, but Stewart goes from last in the pole shuffle to first.
And what a drive that was from Harry Stewart. But Brett, I think it's time for an ad break here and pay some bills. And we'll be back here shortly here, folks, for the remainder of this A-Main, the 35 laps here at Lernerville.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV. Here on this Wednesday evening, Wednesday morning, if you're just waking up in the US of A. Brett Wheeler joined alongside James Rice as we get set for our main event, contested over 35 laps here at the Lernerville Speedway. Let's take a look. Well, I'm going to read out the Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, and because we can... I nearly dropped my phone just then. Good, marvellous match. We're going to read the grid from the back to the front. So starting in position 24. Position 24 is Clayton Davies, and inside him, in position number 23, that'll be Stuart Patterson. Rolling out of position number 22, that'll be Aaron Kelly. Out of position number 21, James Robbie. Outside your 10th row in position number 20, that'll be Andrew Parks. And out of position number 19, Ayrton Smith. Rolling off out of position number 18, that'll be Callum Davidson. Out of position 17, Elliot Osborne. Joshua Barry starts position number 16, and Ben Morrison will start position number 15. Brady Bolden will start position 14. Out of position 13, that'll be Craig Sheeran. Position number 12, that'll be Brad O'Brien, and Lance Bainton out of position number 11. Mitchell Piskalik out of position number 10. Noah Page out of position number 9. Michael Sellers out of position number 8. Carl Hoffman's out of position 7. Bradley Oldfield out of position 6. And Jacob Dixon out of position number 5. Outside your second row, Caden Brown out of position number 4. And Aaron Hodgson will start position number 3. And your front row for tonight's 35-lap main event, Harley Smee on the outside out of position number 2. And he had done the clean sweep in the pole shuffle in car number 11, starting on pole, Harry Stewart.
Well, Brett, this is going to be an epic race, that's for sure. As the green flag is aloft. And yellow, yellow, yellow. I believe they're doing a reshuffle, Brad, or is it straight out?
No, I think it's just straight out. I think they were just. I think this might have been not Brad Parks, Andrew Parks here on this occasion. Let's just see what happened. Oh, just went all on his own. He didn't even get out of turn number 4. He just went all by his Pat Malone.
Not going to lie, that did confuse me a little, because normally we have one lap remaining of former.
Now, I believe they were just going to get the drivers lined up under those 2 pacing laps, and obviously just clearing all the black flags was probably going to be the easiest way to showcase this 35-lap main event. Now, caution laps will not count. However, for these first 5 or 6 laps, then just till the timing gets to, I think it's about lap 5, it's going to count them, but in fact, it won't actually count them at the same stage. So, once we get to lap 5 or 35 on the ticker, it'll actually roll back a couple of laps. So, guys, don't be confused. But yes, yellow laps are not going to count. And I didn't get to ask you this, Ricey. Just because we went green flag straight away. We're going to go green flag this time by. Who's your pick to win this one?
Well, you can't go past Harry Stewart, Brett. He's in hot form, and but he's got some fast guys around him. So good luck to Harry Stewart.
I'm going to go with Caden Brown, just because I don't want to play favouritism here with the United guys. I think the podium's going to be no particular order. Stewart, Brown and Oldfield. As we get set to go back to green flag action. Green flag is out, and well, that outside line got an absolute belter of a start as here comes Harley Smee around the top side, who turns number 1 and 2. Stewart back to the inside. Hodgson going through the middle. Dixon on the low side. That's Oldfield and Caden Brown up on the top side, down into turn number 1 and 2, and here comes Stewart again up on the inside of Harley Smee. Smee now getting a run, and how about these young gassers turning it on here at Lernerville Speedway?
Harry Stewart has just taken away the race lead away from Caden Brown.
Oh, Smee off.
And Smee is off. He's off the racetrack, Brett. That's the guy I was trying to refer to before. So it's, Smee was had his lead taken away. But
Dixon off.
Brown, and now Dixon's off. Yellow flag is out. Oh, I'm going to quickly replay it on my end, Brett, but I reckon, yep, Caden Brown will take the lead off of Harris Stewart, and I reckon he'll go straight to the front here on this restart.
Ooh, okay, well, let's take a look. First of all, let's take a look here at the Wicked Cushion instant replay. As Sellers moved up, and staying in the gas was Jacob Dixon trying to get around the outside again. Sellers did sort of nothing wrong there as Callum Davidson went off the racetrack as well. We're about to come back to live pictures here. Do we have... Caden Brown is in fact in front, so yes, you are right, Ricey.
Yeah, just pipped Harris Stewart on the line. It wasn't very much in it. It's probably not even a front end in it. So far, so good. Besides the couple of yellows we've had. But Caden Brown and Harris Stewart putting on a show here tonight. Then you got Harley Smee, who ran off the racetrack before, but he's got his spot back. Then you got Oldfield and Hodgson. So, Brett, I think your prediction of a top three, in no particular order, might just come true.
Yes, as drivers getting shuffled around here, as I believe the lights are out. So we're in fact going green flag this time by. It's showing Brett O'Brien there. Looks like he wants to start up 3 wide. So O'Brien's going to go off the racetrack. Looks like we're going to go back green. 5 in the books, 30 to run. It's time to get dirty for the final 30 here at the Lernerville Speedway. And Brown and Smee got a good start on the inside lines. Hodgson! Oh no, Hodgson around in front of the field and Sonic the Hedgehog! He stays on all fours. He didn't lose his coins.
It didn't, go through that coin and go to another planet. So he's very lucky on that one. But we've got the Wicked Cushion instant replay on the screen. See what happened there. How would that field of view be, Brett, if you were that car in front of the whole field coming towards you in turn number 1? Park her up, son.
Oh, here we go. Best way to find out. Let's do it here. We go on board right now with Aaron Hodgson. In fact, let's take a look at the nose cam. So you see, driving in too deep, hit Harley Smee, and there we go. Ouch. Oh. Now he got hit from pillar to post on that one, and he ends up going upside down as the camera digging into the ground there.
So at the moment, we haven't really had any good green flag run. So there might be another yellow after this one, Brett, because I think Race Control was just trying to fix up some black flag issues. So if that arises once again, we'll chuck another yellow on. So don't fret here, folks. But Caden Brown, no stranger to the Midget's community. As I said earlier, he's out in front right now. On the side of him, you've got Harley Smee in the 57 car. Harris Stewart slips back to 3rd, and then you got Michael Sellers is moved up into P number 4. So, pace car still on the circuit, Brett. But as you said, Brett, like this is probably one racetrack you can get really good racing from anything, and even street stocks. Like we sometimes drag street stocks for someone's racing, but around here, just around the top side, it's awesome fun.
It really is. Like I said, this is probably one of these tracks that I could come to at any day during the week or any time during the week, and no matter what you put on, you're certainly going to get a show As right now we go back to green flag action, so still 29 to run. Brown to the top. As there goes Stewart down low, and look at Michael Sellers trying to come through the middle now. And here comes Bradley Oldfield working the bottom of the speedway now into turn number 3 and 4. Whoa, look out, we've got a car going around. I think
Madison, Barry, and Parks, I think, Brett.
well, look, we're staying green for the moment as here comes Oldfield. Sellers with a slide job on Stewart. Durbin and net going there. And now in comes Elliot Osborne. And look at the front end dancing from Ben Morrison. Stewart slides up as now he'll get to the top side of the racetrack just in front of Aaron Kelly. As again now we're watching Oldfield and Sellers in second and third. Your leader is Caden Brown, and he has just gone. He's taken the keys. And he is off into the night as we are yellow. Just trying to figure this one out. It might be Jacob Dixon, actually.
Yep. I'm just looking at that.
That's the second time he's done that.
Yep. But also, Brett, it's race control. I think there's a few drivers. So, Brad O'Brien, Carl Hoffman, Noel Page, and Ben Morrison, due to the Noel Page, Hoffman, and O'Brien. Those three guys will give and waiver rounds. So back on the lead lap because they weren't not lapped originally. So it's just iRacing doing that. So if you see that on the screen, folks, they're driving around. It's only because they're going to get their spots back.
Yes, unfortunately, this is one of the reasons why that sometimes these green light checkers, doesn't really work out. But look at that, they are just ice cold. Those eyes just staring down the iRacing.com pace truck. That is your leader of Caden Brown.
Staring contest?
Oh, he wins for sure every day of the week.
He's not even blinking.
Yeah, he has not taken one blink. Oh, that's just look into those eyes and tell me you don't get scared.
But look at the field behind him, Brett. This is such an awesome camera shot. You've got Sellers as well. Green flags aloft as Caden Brown gets the the lead going into turn number 1. Then right behind him is Oldfield. And then you've got Stewart on the top side as well, but Sellers on the bottom. He's looking for a way through. He's going for a slide job. He gets the job done on Oldfield. But there he goes side by side now. Brett into turn number 1.
Yeah, it's going to be Oldfield with a slider on Sellers. And look who is behind him. Ben Morrison, Harry Stewart, and Aaron Kelly as well. Kelly throws a big dive bomb down into turns 3 and 4. They'll go 3 wide. Morrison picking up the front wheels out of turn number 4. And we are yellow again here at Lernerville. And just trying.
I'm not sure on who, though. It might have been Craig Sheeran.
That is correct. Just taking a look here at our Wicked Cushion instant replay. As that 009 machine. Let's take a look at a closer angle and see what happened. Bit of contact there with Bainton as he he done well to save that. Yes, he done very well to save that and for that car not to go upside down.
So it's up to race control now to deem the cause of that. But I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that job, that's for sure, Brett, especially in real life as well. So I believe now drivers now being told to single file. So this should hopefully help a bit. So track is very racy here, folks, at the moment. There's a top groove, mid groove, and a bottom groove. So you've got plenty of lines to choose from. And Caden Brown, one of those guys who's time and time again shown that he can run anywhere. So sorry folks, a light. They're going back to double file. So I think that might be the next yellow. They're going single file. So at the moment, Sellers on the top side of Caden Brown. Looking for a way around him. Here we go. Green flag this time by. Good even pace here at the moment into turn 3 and 4 here for the green flag. And good launch from Caden Brown. He gets a really good jump. Sellers was caught napping as Oldfield to the bottom side. Stewart for a slide job on Sellers. Doesn't get the job done though. So Oldfield in second as the yellow flag comes out once again.
I reckon actually lucky just then because he actually drove off the edge of the racetrack too.
So I reckon that was Noel Page, Brett, I think.
Correct.
Off of the Wiki Cushion instant replay. So we'll see what happened.
The side of Robbie and then down into O'Brien, that Russian Racing number 42 machine. Turns around, so he'll go back to position number 22, I believe it will be now. Just looking, look how slick this track is as well.
She is slick from top to bottom.
Tell you what, down out of turn 2, if for some reason you can keep your car down there, but the top side's just too quick here at the moment. If you can keep your car, especially on the bottom, on the exit of turn number 2, there is still plenty of moisture.
And that's where I reckon most of, if you had the car speed and the guys on the top side, you would pip him for sure. Just that bottom of terrain 4 of the line is starting to really go away. You've really got to be on that bottom portion. But, you know, it looks can be deceiving, Brett, especially on broadcast, is how it looks kind of flat in turn 3 and 4 on the bottom, but it's really not. It's kind of has an upward bank on it, so it's not as flat as it seems.
No, in fact, let's take a look. We go on board with Caden. I'm just trying to find someone that just wants to go down there. Come on, someone go down there, please. We got a lot of onboard shots here, but everyone just seems to be doing their thing. And oh, look, we're even on board the pace truck right now. Not anymore. Oh, look at that. Back to the eyes. The ice cold eyes staring down the barrel of hopefully a feature win for this driver of Caden Brown.
So Caden Brown and Oldfield, Bradley Oldfield. And then you got Sellers right behind them. So green flag once again here, folks. Let's see if we can get this race done. As Brown leads the field away in turn number 1 and 2. Sellers looking to the bottom with Harry Stewart as well. But both Brown and Oldfield lead away. Sellers to the top. Then you got Harry Stewart on the bottom. Feels a bit more spaced out now, Brett. So hope for more green flags as Sellers goes straight to the bottom. Same as Stewart. But the top side is just too strong at the moment.
Well, the bottom side looks good there on the exit of turn 2, and Sellers just going down there, and I don't think he lost too much ground. In fact, let's bring up the standings. Let's bring up those last lap times as well. So he's about half a tenth off Bradley Oldfield running the top, but I mean this will give us a real good indication on where the bottom's at, because both Oldfield and Sellers, they ran the exact same line all the way around there on the previous lap, and Sellers, he was over a tenth quicker, but man, Caden Brown, you see that one, he had a 0.4 where the driver is behind him, Oldfield and Sellers. And Sellers goes off the racetrack. Oh, can we stay green? Will he come back on? Yes, he comes back on, and he only loses 2 positions to Harry Stewart and Aaron Kelly. As Kelly now working the outside into turn number 1 and 2. Stewart good on the low side again. Caden Brown continues to lead.
Harry Stewart using the bottom side for Jim's Mowing Services as Aaron Kelly takes that line away. But Harry Stewart says no! Nearly gets it done though, Brett. Wow. That's another move in his move book. As Aaron Kelly goes back on the outside again. So, but this leader, Brett, is this lead is massive. Caden Brown looking at it now, and it's let me refresh it here quickly. 1.8 seconds. 1.8. That's a massive gap here at Lernerville.
Yeah, it certainly is. Can Oldfield running down as Kelly now. As Stewart, Kelly up on the top in 1 and 2 once again. He's at a change line. Stewart going to go upstairs as well. So probably the longest green flag run we've had of the night and, in the main event. I think we're about 8 laps into this run as here comes Sellers on the inside of Harry Stewart. Sellers, can he make the pass for 4th position? Down into turns 3 and 4, he'll use the slider line. Stewart comes back through the middle, and this is the battle on for 4th and 5th. They made contact down into turn number 1. Let's see where our leader is. Is he getting? He's already in the lap traffic. And look at the lap cars he's got to deal with here with 11 to run.
2.5 seconds, Brett. 2.5. That's a massive gap. And we've seen a lot more massive than that before, but now the race is on between Sellers and Stewart. These two guys, and Harry Stewart looking for a way through, gets a slider on Sellers, but Sellers, they go side by side on the front straightaway into turn number 1. And Harry Stewart just too strong on the top side, but Sellers still sticking with him, so there's still plenty of juice down bottom, Brett, out of 2.
Now we're watching Sellers up on the top side again in turns 3 and 4. Stewart continuing to pester him, working low. And again, as I said, Ricey, it's good there on the exit of turn number 2. And Sellers, in fact, drives it back to the middle now, trying to catch some of that moisture off as Sellers. He'll cut back down from the top to the bottom out of turn 4, but this time Stewart's got the run down into turn number 1 and 2. Back up and taking a look at your race leader who is just carving through the field.
Yeah, so Caden Brown, as I'm trying to get my camera back on him, there he is out of turn number 2. He's just rallying around those guys, literally past 3 cars on the top side. One of those cars being James Robbie. But what a race so far, Brett. And the Aussie dominance is only just beginning here.
Oh,
he's off! He's off! Can he keep going? He's still got time! No! No! Wow!
And
That gotta hurt.
And Andrew Parks goes upside down. Oh man, you really do hate to see it, don't you? I mean, you know what? I'm kind of glad we actually caught that in a way live on air. But man, let's go back and take a look here at the Wicked Cushion instant replay, and you're about to see the TFH number 97 machine just a little too hard off the edge of the racetrack, right in front of our camera in turn number 2. He comes back on. Parks. Boy, oh boy. He's got to be gutted right now.
I would be gutted right now too. You know, that happened to me. But I'm never hardly up front. But hey, that's just how racing is. So, Caden Brown, wow, he's back at the pack on that one. You got to feel for him though. He had a well over 3-second lead on Bradley Oldfield. So, Oldfield now will move straight up to P number 1. I think, or is it...
Oldfield to P1.
Yep, I was right. Just, I said the cameras here at Lernerville a little bit on the sketchy side, so... But that moves Eric Kelly into P2. What a drive from Kelly. And I reckon he came from one of the B mains, Brett.
Let me go back to my starting grid, but yes, I'm pretty sure you are right. Position 22.
So 22-2, guys. What a drive. So here we go. Green flag is aloft. As Oldfield leads the field once again. As Stewart, for a slide job, gets in between both Kelly and Sellers. But the race is on now, Brett, into turns 3 and 4 as Kelly slowly approaching the leader of Oldfield, who doesn't get the run. As Oldfield now top and Kelly to the bottom. I was waiting for a slide job there. But at the moment, it is a 4-way tussle.
Yeah, and well, look at this. 22nd now to the race leaders. Aaron Kelly has shown why he is a series contender here in the Rush Sim Racing Midget Super League. 3 to go that time by Oldfield, using the inside, using the grass. Kelly back around the outside. Kelly will now get to the top as here comes a slide jump down into turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps left to run. Meanwhile, the battle is on. Stewart, big wheel stand down the front straightaway into 4th position. Kelly and Oldfield side by side. Kelly's got the advantage. 2 car lengths down into turn number 3 and 4. The white flag this time by Oldfield back to the inside. Can Kelly do it? He'll shut the door down into turn number 1. Out of turn number 2, keep an eye on Sellers as well. Clayton Davies, they're waiting for this one to finish. Slide job from the United guys. Who's going to get it out of turn number 4? Aaron Kelly will go to victory lane. Bradley Oldfield home in 2nd. And Michael Sellers will round out the podium home in 3rd position. And we'll be able to get to show you your feature race results here coming up on screen. Aaron Kelly by a 1/10 of a second gets the job done over Bradley Oldfield, Michael Sellers, Harry Stewart, Clayton Davies, your top 5, Ayrton Smith, James Robbie, Callum Davidson, Brady Baldwin in 9th, Elliot Osborne rounding out your top 10. Then you go back to Lance Bainton, Joshua Barry, Craig Sheeran, Noah Page, Stuart Patterson in 15th. 16th was Mitchell Piskalik. 17th, Caden Brown, Carl Hoffmans, Andrew Parks, Ben Morrison, Harley Smee, Brad O'Brien, Jacob Dixon, and Aaron Hodgson. Man, what a night! What a way to finish it off. And well, Aaron Kelly, if you don't think he's stoked right now in that DMS MG Contracting number 18 machine, man, that was a fun race. That can't wait to chat to him here in a second.
So well done to Aaron Kelly. Bradley Oldfield nearly pipping him, but in 2nd spot. So that was a one really good race, Brett, I have to say, here at Lernerville. But bad luck to Caden Brown. He had that all locked in. Just one fatal mistake. And as I said, around here, especially, Brett, with it being a Sydney-style racetrack, it's you're flirting on the edge of danger on the top, and unfortunately, that's what happened.
Dancing with the devil and flirting with the angels. All right, let's bring in your winner here tonight in car number 18 from 22nd to 1st, Mr. Aaron Kelly. How about that for a performance? You ready to go for another 35 laps?
I'll tell you what, no, that's enough. My heart was pumping out of my chest, and oh my god, I was blowing up in the Heat Races Deluxe, but happy to come away with it.
Now, the field just gets stronger and stronger every week. How tough is it, to be running up front, the previous week and then not transferring out from the heats, and you have to run those B mains, knowing that you've got to be inside those top 2 in the B mains.
Oh, look, Brad, I'll tell you plain and simple. I wake up in the morning and I piss excellence. That's all it is. And my heart was pumping there. The heat race, I got out of control. We've not been doing much racing as I think we should have. But look, we got better. I got better in the B main. I calmed down, and then the A main, I just knew it was a matter of just waiting, and that's all it really is. You just got to wait for the accidents. And unfortunately, my teammate Caden, he fell off there and put the yellow one, which allowed me to have a shot at that Oldfield. So I think it was a good race at the end there. It was a bit of a stuff around the start, but definitely enjoyable at the end.
Well, 2nd place last week. You get a bit of redemption after leading most of the laps last week at the Grove, and to come away here with the win. You must be thrilled about the consistent results for you and the team.
Yeah, it's been a massive effort from the team, the boys back at DMS. It's been a really enjoyable run, and hopefully we can keep it going. Obviously, last round we got stolen off us in the last few laps, so happened a bit in reverse this time the other way. So look, it's been really, really enjoyable, and hopefully we can just keep this momentum going.
All right, buddy, congratulations on the win. Before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shouts, all that good stuff, people behind the scenes who helps you get it done.
Big thanks obviously to the boys back at DMS Sim Sports. Without them, obviously, we wouldn't be up the front every week. And MG Contracting, a big shout out to Lockie Petey. He was my hype man tonight in the feature race. He just kept saying, go, go, go. And he said I could win it, and I won it. So, yeah, it's pretty good. And obviously, cheers to you and James Ross putting on the broadcast, making it fun to watch.
All right, there we go. Aaron Kelly there, home in first place, home in second place tonight. Well, he couldn't have been any more dominant in his heat race. Bradley Oldfield, second place, run here tonight by about a tenth of a second. How was that one?
Oh, yeah, it got my heart pumping, that's for sure. It was good racing side by side with Aaron. That's the always is, you know. Like, I feel like I'm running with him like 3 nights a week, but it's always good because like I can trust him, and I know he's not going to throw like a dirty one on me and bin me. So it's like good to just be able to do what I want to do.
Well, it was always going to be a long 35 laps. It took you guys a fair while to get going there, but once you guys got into a rhythm that, you know, the track started to slicken off that bottom side, it looked like it was there, especially there on the exit of turn 2. How did you see it when you were sort of rolling around?
For once, I actually wasn't looking at it. I just felt really comfy on the top, and I just wanted to try it. But as more pacing laps went by on the top, it started to go away, and it started to get tricky to run it. And to like hard luck for Caden, who went off the track, and that sucks. It's got to be a heartbreak for him. But it's like I felt good, but Aaron obviously just picked me.
No, Bradley, congratulations on your second place run here tonight at the Lernerville Speedway. We'll let you get out of here, and we'll let you thank some sponsors as well.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Valvoline, Too Easy Finance, West End Mazda, Parramatta Isuzu, yourself for putting on the broadcast, Alan for always running the league. He does a good job. Was a bit difficult tonight with the change of format, but good job to him. Origin Graphics and everyone at the United Sim Sports team, they always help out.
All right, there we go. Bradley Oldfield there, home in second place, and well, home in third place tonight from the United States. It is going to be Michael Sellers. And Michael, congratulations on this third place run, boy. That was a hell of a finish there between yourself, Bradley, Aaron, and also Harry. That was a wild 35 laps in that main event.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Unfortunately, I fell off the track early on in the race, and I just fell back to like 7th or so, and I just had to try to keep ripping, and hopefully we had a caution. And then luckily we got one, and then I just felt like the leader and second were a little bit faster than me, but I tried my best and gave it a good shot, but came up in third.
Talk about when you said you fell off the edge of the racetrack. You actually you might have done it twice, and once there was a yellow come out, so it kind of saved you there. But I think the first time you'd done it, there was a bit of a gap between yourself, and I think you ended up losing about 2 or 3 spots. Does that sort of play in your mind for the rest of that feature race, or do you sort of just got to put it out of your mind and just focus on trying to hit your marks around here?
Yeah, definitely. That one caution saved me. I also think I got out of the gas and I didn't have as much wheel spin, so that sent me over. But who knows? I mean, I probably would have fell over either way if the caution didn't come out. But I don't know. When you fall off the track like that, you just got to keep it out of your head, just keep digging, and hopefully you get a caution or something to bunch the field back up and try to get a chance at the win.
Well, Michael, congratulations on putting it on the podium here tonight at the Lernerville Speedway, buddy. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate this third place. But before we let you go, of course, sponsor shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Definitely. Fast Forward Media, Fast Forward Sports, Sellers Race Wings, just everyone that helps with the setups and everyone on this. Shout out to my buddy Dylan Semmelman. He was helping me spot. Helped me throw sliders just to clear. I didn't want to kill anyone. And I hit Harry pretty hard in the last few laps. I apologize to him. I didn't really mean to do that, but it's harder with tracks like this, and Australia and New Zealand are a tough competition, so you just got to try to get in every spot you can. So it was a fun race, so we'll see how next time works out for us.
No, buddy, well done on third, and hopefully we'll see you back next week.
Thank you.
There we go, Michael Sellers there, home in third spot. Ricey, that wraps us up. Podium interview is done, as we are finished here from the Lernerville Speedway. Again, it's been another fun night of racing.
Absolutely, mate, and what a drive from Caden Brown, but unfortunately drove off the racetrack at the wrong time. But well done to everyone involved with MSL and obviously a sponsor of Rush Sim Racing as well. And thanks for having me on, Brett, for another night of jam-packed racing. And hopefully we'll be back next week.
Now, this is why this is the best league in the country and around the world as well. It's always putting on a show, and we always have the best in the business here every Wednesday to contest this series. Again, big thanks to, of course, Rush Sim Racing and Midget Super League. You can check them out on the Facebook pages and social media pages, Rush Sim Racing and, of course, Midget Super League. And check out the Midget Super League website at www.midgetsuperleague.com. And on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, I want to thank our sponsors as well. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Pates. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, and on behalf of James Rice and myself, Brett Wheeler, we say farewell. Good night from Lernerville. We'll see you next week.